Let's say it's 3 p.m. on a Friday afternoon and you just got an email that you need to participate in a project review in half an hour and you need to come prepared with a piece of product data that is part of a project, not the current project that's going to be reviewed, but a piece of data from a prior project that was done a couple of years ago. And that piece of product data you need is relevant for the current project review. And you're very busy, you're trying to meet a lot of deadlines, and you can't recall where that piece of product data is. And normally that would probably involve a couple hours of searching, which you can ill afford. So let's say you had Inforbix to help you find that piece of product data. And let's see how that would work with Inforbix and see if you can get prepared pretty quickly with that piece of product data that you need to identify. So you're going to actually be looking for an Excel worksheet because this piece of product data is in an Excel worksheet. You do remember, by the way, a few pieces of information about that. So with those few little pieces, let's see if we can locate where that is. So you know that it's part of a supplier's materials list where this piece of product data is going to be located. So you say materials list. And what Inforbix is going to do now, it's going to find every instance in the company where you have a reference to Garrett and material list, but you're looking for an Excel worksheet. So here on the left, you basically are going to filter for Excel worksheets. It's found 789 of those. So I'm just going to now apply that filter. And Inforbix is going to go out and find every single Excel worksheet that has a reference to that. But now I wanted this particular Excel worksheet to be part of a project that was the Aero Marine project that was done a few years ago, because that's where I believe the piece of information I'm looking for is located. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear the search bar and I'm just going to go ahead and enter the name of the project that we were working on a few years ago, and I'm going to search within the 789 results. I'm going to search for Aero Marine. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit the search. And what Inforbix is now doing is it's going into every single one of those Excel worksheets and looking for any reference to Aero Marine. And it's going to prioritize those such that the first response I'm going to get is going to be the closest match. Okay, so now it's come back. And I see that I have materials specification list. It's part of the Aero Marine, and it is in fact a work list. Now, here's what I can do. I can go ahead and view what's inside of this worksheet, but I can go one step further and I can create a table. By creating a table, I now am able to view what is inside of this particular worksheet, just like if I were working within Excel. And now what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to go through this entire worksheet, I'm just going to filter for the particular piece of information I need. And I know that the supplier for this particular piece of product data is called Garrett. It's from Garrett, so I'm going to go ahead and enter it now here, and I'm going to filter for it. And sure enough, I now get the response, Garrett leather, and it's part of a safari cowhide interior material for the project that I am currently working on. It makes sense to me that this is what I am now looking for, that I have indeed found what I'm looking and need for this particular project review. And I've done so within minutes rather than having to figure out where this particular Excel sheet and all I did know was just a couple of pieces of information. I knew the supplier name Garrett, I knew the project name Aero Marine, and I really didn't know much else other than I was looking for an Excel worksheet. Anyway, that's how it can be done with Inforbix. Thank you.